almost every single useful person that works for me is a woman. You know, we try consistently to have teams in our life. And what I've realized about having a team is you got to care about the people that are involved, and you got to trust that they know what they are doing. But you also got to be professionally knowing and check in as much as you can. So I'm going to show you what my Wednesdays look like these days, and kind of some of the conversations that I have. In general, my suggestion to you is make a team, because if you don't have one, your 24 hours are going to be limited to you. Make some money and utilize the resources and fail and fail and fail until it makes sense. So check this out here of me doing shit and then just, make it work. Okay.
Controversial topics.
So you channel, and I do too, we channel our energy.
In other ways, and men specifically have a problem, and our target audience has a problem of channeling their energy sexually or for other pleasures.
Women are always going to be complicated for men, especially productive men. I try most of the time just stay as away from women as I can, even though almost every single useful person that works for me is a woman. So that's just life. Camera angle. Okay.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, that's an editor's thing too. Like if I fuck up, you can make it funny. So that's a problem, and that's a solution.
All right, brother.
Love you guys. Take care.
Love you too, man. Talk to you soon. See you.
Deuces.
See you guys.
Let me Yeah, I can hear you. No, you are totally fine. Okay. Sorry, I talk so fucking fast sometimes. I think all the time. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Great fucking job. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Also, try to plan, because you're going to get really fucking busy, right? Try to plan the delegation aspect of things. And she has a pretty massive network. Excellent. Great find. Great find. And it's actually so nice to have both you and Liz there, because when I say stuff like that, when you're young, you don't know when you're right. It's really hard to know that. And so, anytime that I'm stepping out of line, or you think my communication can be better or whatever, like, give me feedback. Like I'm learning all the time, But the only one that I keep kind of bringing up is trying to get a team going, because like you bring your kids and stuff, and I get it. They're more easily accessible. Plus, you get to spend time with them. But I want you to try to let's get this stranger in, see how it functions, and like get them into the ecosystem. And I kind of want to see that a little bit more, because at the end of the day, Mandy, you're gonna get so busy, and you're gonna have to do a time audit, and you're gonna have to figure out like, hey, do I need to be doing all this shit, or can someone else be like doing these smaller events that I don't need to be a part of? Like maybe I need to go and talk to this person instead, right? So it'll come with its set of headaches. I fucking guarantee it. Okay, I am sorry beforehand, okay? But when it's utilized, it will save you a lot of time and bullshit in the future. Like, I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get yourself out of the situations that you don't want to be in. Go and do the stuff that you want to do. That's why I hired you. You know what the fuck you're doing, okay? Yeah. And how good is that for a community, right? Like at the end of the day, like if these young kids learn how to organize events and like go and do stuff for the community, like that's learning business in essence, right? No, man. Other than that, like every time I see you, absolute rain of sunshine. That's funny because I love the rain. And clearly, like I can see on the Trello board, I can see these advancements that you're making in terms of networking and stuff. Like, nah, you're on perfect trajectory for a tremendous thing that's going to probably happen in the next, I'm assuming, which has always kind of been a problem that's more on my end, is the education side of Bright Smiles, right? So it's really hard. It's always been an issue in the back of my head. I feel like I should be doing more for it, but I kind of tried to make the educational component really, really simple. Like just acid cycle, right? I don't care what you eat, I care how often you eat. Right, that's literally it. That is the educational component. Obviously, you can go into the explanation of it. Do you want me to explain that to you, by the way? Okay, cool. So this is recorded on Fireflies anyway. But basically, the acid cycle in the mouth is very, very important to understand because it leads to cavities. Okay, so our mouth is constantly becoming acidic or basic. And when it falls below a pH of 4.5, our teeth actually start demineralizing, right? Our saliva, when we give our mouth a chance to not have anything in it, our saliva will rebuffer that environment, and by virtue of the buffering of the environment, the teeth will remineralize automatically. There's also enzymes, there's also fluoride, there's also like hydroxyapatite in our saliva that will help remineralize the tooth structure. So that's why I always say to people, like, I don't care what you eat. Have a healthy relationship with food. Enjoy the food that you eat. All I want is try to keep 4-hour windows, ideally 2 4-hour windows over the course of the day where there's nothing entering your mouth consistently. And that way you'll give your system a chance to actually remineralize your teeth, and you'll have less cavities and you'll have less gum disease. Right? So that's the real, like, the essence of the nutrition portion, the habits portion of the Bright Smiles mission. Now, the other part of it is the technique itself. So the bacteria, we have all these microscopic bacteria. In the Human Genome Project in like 2018, 2 of the 18 samples that they took from the human body were from the mouth because of how diverse the ecosystem for bacteria is in that environment. And what that means is that we need to figure out how these bacteria live and eat. And where they live is in the pockets in our mouth. Right, so right at the gum line area, there's actually about 1 millimeter of space to sometimes 2 millimeters, depending on how much bone loss you have, where the bacteria can just hang out and a brush can't get to them, right? And there's also obviously the pits and grooves in our teeth where the bacteria can hang out. For them, those are mountain ranges, those are valleys. Literally, they're so small, right? So when it comes to brushing technique, having the brush at a 45-degree angle, going into the gum line, the circular motion thing, you got to program people to get rid of the circular motion thing. It doesn't do the brushing. And a lot of people have been brushing their teeth that way, and they're like, oh, I'm brushing every day, but they're not actually eliminating the buildup of plaque and calculus at that gum line area because they're not concentrating on it, especially on the lower anterior teeth. Yeah. Yep. Anterior, posterior is in the back, anterior in the front. So I always say, first of all, screw the circular motion. Whoever taught you that, I'm sorry, they're not a dentist, okay? The important thing is you got to brush at a 45-degree angle, get the bristle head in, jiggle a little bit, and scrape up, right? That way you're literally getting the bacteria out of that pocket, and you're cleaning that area. And then the other areas that are important is the biting surfaces of your back teeth. A lot of people, most of my patients, most of the extractions that I do are posterior teeth, especially the ones all the way in the back, because people's brush heads are not getting back there. And that's an issue because that really changes your lifestyle and your quality of life when you end up missing one of those teeth, right? Chewing steak isn't fun. Chewing spaghetti or pasta isn't fun. It could hurt to eat Doritos, right? Because it's hitting your gum line. So the 45-degree angle, and then really focusing on the back teeth and the lower anterior teeth, the back side of them, right? Those are the areas. In terms of bad breath, our tongue is basically a massive sponge. It has all these like little papilla. People need to brush their tongue like a lot, okay? So those are some of the things that, like, for an educational component, directly from a dentist, right, that's actually interested in helping people, we need to get that information out there as much as we can, because that's really the mission. So let me ask you one question. Out of all the things that you're doing, what do you enjoy the most? Come on, you're incredible. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's the answer, right? At the end of the day, the thing that's your favorite is the thing that you'll enjoy doing the most and do better than anyone else. That's what I want you doing the most, period. The other stuff, delegate. And I'm always going to ask you that question, Mandy. And this is a question that you should also ask people that you are delegating to. What is the thing that you enjoy doing the most? You don't want to put someone that fries French fries and loves to fry French fries in cleaning bathrooms, right? Because the French fry fryer is going to just create awesome French fries, right? So always just think of that and just realize, like, that's always going to come back to you with, right? Obviously, you have your KPIs and metrics and you understand the financial aspect of things. You ran your own business, right? So if networking expands that, and it does necessarily because your eyes and ears are open, fucking do that more.